Hey, my friend. Yesterday I got really frustrated because I felt trapped in a place where I don't want to live. And I tried since quite some time to make enough money to move to another place and to take care of my basic needs and to save some money. But nothing seems to work out. I hit one wall after another wall. And that's why I got frustrated and I felt so angry. I got so angry and mad about myself and the situation, and also very sad. I felt like a failure. And usually we want to avoid this kind of feelings, and or at least me. So we try to run from ourselves and from our emotions. And that's why we keep creating more problems, and we make life harder than it actually is. Because nobody wants to be controlled and nobody wants to be manipulated. But on the other side, we constantly try to control and manipulate certain things and situations and outcomes. But sometimes we cannot find a solution with our limited mind, with our ego, because our ego, our mind is just a record of the past. It's a product of our parents and our ancestors. And we still have a free will. We can do whatever we want to do. And I believe in a higher power. I call it God. And God, He just let us do our thing. And as long as we want to solve our problems on our own, He let us do our thing. So He will not manipulate us. So yesterday, when I had this like emotional breakdown, I reminded myself to and to allow myself to feel these emotions of to feel angry and sad and like a failure, and to say it's okay. I said to myself it's okay to feel this way, and it's okay to fail. It I still decide to love myself and to give myself some credit. And by doing that, I accept this situation and my feelings. And I trust in myself and I trust in God. And I surrender all these problems. Because in my past, every time I couldn't move on anymore, God showed up in some way, in form of a person, in form of a thought, of an idea, and somehow popped a solution up. So I trust that God will show up again, because He did in the past, so why shouldn't He show up again? So sometimes we have to break to open up and to remind ourselves that we are more than our limited mind, we are more than our ego. And there is, if we trust in this higher power, in God, we have nothing to fear. Because if there is a challenge, if there is something to fight, we don't need to fight. God will fight for us. And that's how we always win. And like I said, I experienced it in my past already. So it's not new for me. And it's what allows me to surrender and to and to let go. In my past, I had a really, really hard time to trust because I wanted to make my own decisions. I don't want to be controlled by God or something. But God is unconditional love. He it's it's not like he controls us. He just knows what is best, and he gives us some input. And it was so difficult yesterday. I made this video and it felt embarrassing. But it also reminded me it's okay to feel this way, and it's also okay to share with someone, to talk to a friend, to a therapist, or to make a video and share it with your community. And every time I make a video, even when it felt difficult at the beginning, when I upload this video after that, I felt so much relief. I felt so much better. And yeah, so feeling and accepting is healing. And we can trust. God always has our back. He always helps out. We just have to keep the faith and be patient. So, and it was so funny. I I remind myself last night after this video I had a dream. And to be honest, it's not just this fear and or this feeling that I had, this frustration and this anger. It was not just because I felt like I cannot provide for myself and I cannot make my way out of the situation. But to be honest, that's my smallest problem. It's not really a problem for me because I can live without money. I don't have kids. I really I did it for a long time. I can live like with $0. I don't have a problem with it. But my biggest fear is I want to start a family. I want to provide for a family. And that's my biggest fear. So, and that's why I felt so angry and so sad because I had this fear. I never can provide for a family. and and that's why, and I'm running away from this feeling constantly by trying to work harder and harder and harder and try and try and try. And yesterday I faced it. And last night after this video I had a dream. And it was really an emotional dream, and it was so emotional that it was really challenging for my mind. But what I can, and so I cannot remember everything, but the most important part was I met the woman and she gave me like, I don't know, like a document, like a certification or something. And I saw it, and on this paper there I saw pictures. I think it was three pictures, and I saw my children, and I knew that's my children. And the woman, she said something that I passed my test or I did something right, and now I'm able to provide for my family. And I felt this relief, and it was like an angel was talking to me or something like that. It was that was really heavy. It was incredible. And then I woke up and it was such a relief and a confirmation. It was like a sign, like this sign from God that everything is gonna be all right. And I feel so much better now and I feel safe. It's like I saw my future. I know everything is gonna be all right. There is nothing to stress out. My future, it's totally safe. Everything will work out. And I love Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, for example. I do it since many years, and it's about identity shift. To you make a conscious decision to live in your new identity. You identify your current identity and you decide who you want to become, and then start you you are it. You start being it. Like you already have your desire, your wish fulfilled. And sometimes when we face our current challenges, it's can be difficult to stay in this state of from your future identity, right? We slip back into our old identity of worrying and being scared. But it was like I said, it was like a time travel. I traveled in time and I know my future, so it's like 100% sure. I experienced it. My body felt it. So, and that's I will remind myself every time that, and that's what I want to share also. Maybe it can be helpful for someone. If you face some challenge, imagine yourself. You don't need to have this dream. You just can imagine yourself in your future where everything already worked out. You see yourself, I don't know, in your dream place with your family, everything is safe, every everyone is healthy, and so it is. And when you face a challenge, you remind yourself it's just a part of your journey, but your destiny is already made. It's you will be safe and there is nothing to worry. We just have to trust and to keep faith. So that's my message for today, and that's what I wanted to share. Thank you so much if you're still here. Thank you for spending time for me, and see you in the next video.